welcome back to my channel for what I think is going to be a very, very exciting vlog. Feeling very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. I'm like a kid at Christmas. I'm so excited for today. Probably because I've washed my hair as well, because we all know, well, maybe you don't, but I find working from home, and if you don't go out very much, or anywhere that requires nice clean hair, not that today probably does, but I just wanted to sort of wake up and have an early morning shower. So yeah, hair currently drying, standard me going around with wet hair. But I'm actually also feeling quite hot because the sun, I can't decide whether it's hot or cold. But cue the intro and then I'll talk a little bit about what is happening today.
Light me up, don't you stop, 'cause tonight it's on the line. Show me how you get on down, close my eyes, take me for a ride.
Oh, that's better. Jumper off. I feel like I have actually bought quite a bit of different clothing, but I just don't know what the weather is. 1 minute I'm hot, 1 minute I'm cold, and also we are heading out of the county. We're heading out of Cornwall today and heading up to Exeter to see the lovely Cameron for a lesson. Now the news is officially out. There is a series 2 of Swipe Up Kick On happening this year, which is very exciting, and obviously the reason I'm saying that is because that is when I first met Cameron and was taught by him on Miss Lola back at camp last summer. And I've wanted, because he is actually quite local to us, which usually in these sort of situations, hi ponies, say hello. Where are you, Spritey? Oh no, you're there. Addie's there. Hello. You're excited to meet Cameron, are you? Hey, you excited? Yeah, I've wanted to get back up there. Tina's now had a couple of lessons with him, and it's nice that he is local enough to head and have a lesson. He teaches every Tuesday and Thursday at where we're going. I want to say it's Roller Stones Stables, and gets organised, and he teaches there Tuesday and Thursday. And I have been wanting to get up there for quite a while with Addie. Before Christmas we weren't really ready for it, or with her travelling, I didn't want to obviously take her that far. Then Tina organised a couple of lessons, which I went on foot because it turned out that was when Addie was having a couple of weeks off, or I couldn't take her for another reason. So I have been on foot and I've found it so educational just being on foot. I love, oh, you itchy this morning, Sprite. I just find, yeah, his lessons, wow, I find all lessons, to be honest, whether I'm on foot or whether I'm riding. Sometimes I actually think you take them in more when you're on foot, just listening and seeing, and you're not having also the extra pressure of that you're the one that's actually riding and trying to do all those things that they're telling you to do. So like when we went to camp with Fred and things like that, I do love being on the ground and learning from others as well. But today I've got to deal with all the multitasking. And oh, sorry, Spike, you're not coming, but you were buzzing last night on a hack, weren't you? You're very jolly. As was you, we went for a hack with Tina and Banks last night, and this one I think thoroughly enjoyed herself, and I think she's actually really enjoying her workload at the moment. It's not too much, but we are getting out and about, we're going schooling, we went show jumping at the weekend, and you were absolutely ace, weren't you? And then, yeah, you had a couple of days off. Oh no, we took you for a saddle fitting on Monday, so we know that that's all fitted. My dressage saddle also fits her, but I'm only going to do short sessions with that, maybe then like to just build up that if I do a dressage test anytime soon. Eek. Our centre line needs an awful lot of work, doesn't it, Addie? Yes, it does. Yeah, so we get you in before you disappear, although we're not in a 10-acre field anymore, are we, ponies? You might just follow me up walking. You coming? Are you coming? Come on then. I'll shut the little gate, you can't go anywhere. This could be disastrous actually, let's shut that. Oh, Nala. Mum just creosoted that, you know, when you're like scared to touch anything. Oh no, this probably was a bad idea actually. Maybe I'll put the camera down, carry on talking in a minute. Note to self, Emily, don't just let them walk through. Oh, why have I done that? I had loads of time this morning as well, and then I feel like time has quite literally just disappeared. And now I'm like, then starting the vlog and oh right, time to bribe them with some food. Thankfully, that didn't turn out too bad, but sometimes it can. Excuse the state of my tack room. I was messing around as well yesterday, which I've also forgotten. The breastplate, will take that as well, which I've also forgotten that I was doing, is I tried Addie in a flash yesterday to see if she was any different, and now the bridle is all a little bit different. I don't know what to do today. I might take it. Think I might take both bridles actually and leave it how it is. And if it is going really bad, I've actually booked to have an hour lesson with Cameron, because I thought with Tina and I, like, it gives us time in between. She's never going to have a full hour lesson, but I thought it would just give us time not to be rushing in between. Tina can obviously film for me, then I can help her get tacked up and all of that sort of thing. So I went for the full hour, but like I say, she's not going to last an hour. But I am very keen just to... I messaged Cameron last night. I was like, I don't really have anything to work on. I just kind of want you to sort of see what you think and what you think we should be working on. I have got some little mini goals, but I'm not like being really fixated about I need to reach them. But maybe I'll run my goals past him and see if he thinks that they are perhaps doable and that I should be aiming for that. So yeah, right, I need to, like I say, my bridle, everything is all in bits, so I'm going to put in all of this, and the one with the flash, which hasn't got the flash on at the moment. The flash is here. It's all a little bit of a mess here. Oh, what do they say? That you should be organised and prepared. I am not, but I'm going to be. Give it 2 seconds and the car will be loaded. And just like that, like I say, car is loaded. I've also just noticed what it's like. Oh, is it going to focus my windows today? Focus on down. Yeah, there we go. Retired life. Dog by your side, reading the paper, with your safety glasses on that he uses when he's doing cars. What a life. She's looking super, aren't you? Well, yeah, you are. I keep going, you know, when you're like, oh, I haven't got much time. Oh, I've got loads of time. Oh, I haven't got much time. Oh, I've got loads of time. Being a bit morning like that, I thought I was panicking and that I was needing to be quite quick about things. But it actually turns out I had more time. So she's had more of a groom. I've even just tidied up her ears a little bit. Even got the exclusive, I never say that name right, brushes out and given her like a good proper brush. Her toes have all been painted. The tail, I'll be honest, hasn't actually been touched. I'm not quite sure what to do with her tail. I don't know whether to cut it like I do every other tail, or I plait it, or yeah. I'm a bit undecisive about that, and I am now just looking around because I'm trying to find a crop, which I've found very close to the camera, apologies. Although I have been taking a lot better care of my skin. I wonder if you can notice. But yeah, right, time to hitch up. A retired man still in the garden with his dog. And we'll get on the road and go pick up Tina and Banksy. I really am like a little kid at Christmas. I'm weird. Just for a lesson, I'm just so excited. I feel like I haven't had it. No, when was the last lesson I had? Actually, it probably was a little while ago. I'm trying to think. I have to have a think. It must have been one, well, it was definitely one with Fred. Probably just after, maybe at Stanley Farm, just after camp. Or was camp my last lesson? Maybe that's why I'm so excited, because it's been so long. Just remembered as I was hitching up, I was like, my last lesson was cross-country schooling with Fred, which was absolutely awesome. And yeah, so that was a lesson, but I don't think I have had, shall I say, an arena lesson since camp, which I just find is a little bit crazy. Maybe I'm going to have another epiphany, like remember again in a minute. I'm going to fill this right up because obviously Addie, not even in the camera, Addie is obviously going to have to stand by the trailer, in the trailer, not quite sure how to work it yet, whilst Banksy has a lesson. But I do think that like all of that, making her stand on the trailer, is all part of learning her education, that you do need to sometimes stand around and wait, and like you will at a competition in between dressage and show jumping, you might have a massive gap, and yeah, so all these sort of life experiences I also think are really good for Addie and yeah, her education as well. And that's why I think it's really important to make sure that you give the babies their time to mentally process, because whereas it might not just be physical work that they've got to do, it's also mentally. So yeah, just thought I would share that for anybody who wants to know. Right, Everything is all good to go. Nala, you need to go away. Stop eating the horse poo. Thank you. See you later. We are loaded and ready to go. Next stop, Tina and Banksy. I was going to film to save the trailer, but because I'm on a turn, you have to look out that window instead. But ponies are loaded. Smile! And it's a proper road trip. I'll do the gate. Because I got Monster for us as well. Thanks. Proper little road trip. And it's cold. Big cheesy cream, we're here!
Go on, you can say what you said just before, when I ended my camera now and before we started yours.
What? I'm a bit nervous.
I'm a bit nervous now.
Nervous. It's a new venue for her, which I think... Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is a lot more to look at actually, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. But it's so good for her. Yeah, she has travelled like a dream. Uncle Banksy has given her very calming, nice vibes back there.
Sharing each other's haylage.
Yeah, both wanting each
Don't know if
other's.
you can say, probably not. But yeah, we haven't had a murmur off them, have we?
No, we haven't. They've been really,
Very
really
good ponies.
And we're now just driving down the lane. I'm going nice and slowly. We've got,
Oh, good timing.
15 minutes.
Probably a tiny bit later than we anticipated being,
Yeah,
but still
but not
got
too
time
bad.
to not have to rush her before getting on.
No, exactly. Get her out, let her take
And
her
have you decided
surroundings.
what you want to ask about or work on, or just let him suss it out?
Let him suss it out, like he said in his message to me last night, because I sent him a voice note going, I'm a bit panicky because I don't really know. And for me and Alexa,
I know, I said you always know what you want to work on.
But no, but you just mentioned doubles, didn't you?
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
I know you actually mentioned it to me.
Yeah, and then I actually need to work on it as well. But I just think, as I mentioned earlier in the vlog, I have got some little goals that I would like to aim for, but I don't know if
That
we
you're
are
not telling
ready.
the world yet. Is it?
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm not going to rush her, so if we're not ready, absolutely fine.
No, exactly.
So-
You don't want to be disheartened, do you?
No.
I think it'd be good for her to see all the different types
So
of jumps and
much,
stuff here as
yeah.
well, isn't there?
She's going to go in and go like this, and then go like that, and then she'll go, oh, we jump them, no problem.
Yeah. Hey, he might tell you have to do flat work yet, Missy.
Oh, no, yeah. I don't think there's that many small fences in there for her jumping,
Oh, okay.
to be honest, so I hadn't thought that we'd be doing the cross-country fences,
Oh, no.
but we got an hour, so
Yay.
I don't think our stamina will last an hour, but
Yeah, but I think you do lots of stop-starting. won't you?
stop starting, give her breathers, and also gives you then us time to swap over.
Anyway, we'll find out in about 3, 2, 1.
Also love the fact that Cameron's just obviously said, are we vlogging today?
We
Hey,
are!
I was like, does that not go without saying?
I finally get to meet your gorgeous new pony. I'm so excited. I was just saying to you, she's a lot bigger than I thought she was going to be.
What made you say that?
Literally, that makes us come on to this, look.
Yes. Are we saving that till
Go on.
after we've ridden?
Yeah,
Yeah.
till after, so make sure you stay tuned and we'll find out exactly how big her withers and her bum is.
What did we do when we first arrived? We got the ramp down and we got one of the ladies to look at Banksy's and Addie's bum, and guess whose is the tallest?
No way.
Uh-huh.
It's not her.
No, it is
It's
her.
her. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Her
mean.
bum is bigger than
So
Banksy.
she's overtaken Banksy already, haven't you, Addie?
But
No,
we were-
she's a lot bigger than I thought she'd
she
be.
wasn't supposed to be. She was meant to be like a nice
Remember when you had her
15
vetted first and your dad was like, I don't think she's big enough.
Big enough, no. My dad always said, oh, are you sure she's going to be big enough?
Then again, looking at Emily standing there next to her, she looks about 17-1, doesn't
She looks like socks. Right, you getting on
Oh,
then?
yeah, let's get
Fab.
her. We'll take
Fab,
her into
fab,
the
fab.
arena.
She is gorgeous.
I don't
Absolutely
usually
gorgeous.
ride her in a flash.
You don't normally ride her without a body protector. Just saying.
Let's not say that now.
What I thought we'd do, but you let me know if you're okay with this.
Yeah.
So get on, have a little play as if I wasn't here for a few
Yeah.
minutes, and then I might have a sit on her for a few minutes to feel her,
Yeah.
if that's all
Yeah.
right, and then put you back on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Perfect.
Sounds absolute perfection, doesn't it, Emily?
Well, I just want to use today really just to see where you're both at.
Yeah, I would love
More than
that.
anything.
I would also like to tell you, perhaps maybe off camera, what my little goals are for things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's code for Tina to turn the camera off a second, and
No, I wouldn't rush it.
we'll film again once she's on board.
It's about showing me what's normal. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't feel under any pressure to try and make it look amazing. She's a young horse.
We won't. We'll
Yeah.
look like a giraffe.
That's fine.
We'll be saying, is that a giraffe?
No, that's fine. Good. All I want you thinking about now in a spooky arena is not where the head is, Just, do you like the rhythm? Are you in control of the rhythm? And are you in control of her shoulders? So she's allowed to look up and around in a spooky arena, but what she's not allowed to do is start rushing. Yeah. So if she wants to look up and around, in fact, put both your reins in one hand and just ride her around like this, but then correct the rhythm. Correct, so slow her, because that's not a speed I think you want. Slow her, and then pat her when she slows. No, she hasn't slowed. And then pat her, good. So all you're controlling right now is the speed, first of all. You want her a little bit underpowered looking at her right now. A little bit boring, a little bit dull in the rhythm. So then it gives you time to correct the straightness. So that past all this scary stuff, she's in a rhythm you like, so you're in control. And she's straight, so you're in control. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. Don't think with her, I said I was going to let you warm up. I'm jumping in a little bit, but don't think with her as a young horse, it needs to look pretty for the first few minutes. Yeah. But it's still on your terms. So think about what you want to control and what you don't mind about not controlling. Yeah.
Like now, I just feel like her walk is a nice relaxed walk.
It's nice, but are you in control of the rhythm?
I don't feel she's rushing.
No, but I still feel this is her choice, this rhythm.
Okay.
I want it to be a little bit less walk, so that you are really in control of it. And that's what I mean about the walk almost being a bit dull. Yeah, have her a bit too short, but light. Yeah, so she's good. That's on your turn. Good. Good, exactly. Because in that other walk, I thought if she wanted to do something, she couldn't.
Yeah.
So even though it was a nice walk,
Yeah.
she had too much opportunity to speak or go to the side. Yeah. Good. Yeah. No more walk than this. Walk. Good. You've both got time, exactly. So that if I said halt, you could do it within 1 second. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. So you're always ready that if a bird suddenly flew out with her, you could stop. Yeah. Whereas that lovely big walk you had is lovely. But if I'd have said stop, I don't think you could have done it within 1 second. Yeah, is that a fair comment?
Yeah, that's a completely fair comment.
Yeah.
I get that.
You just got to keep having faith because you're putting the leg on at the right time, you're blocking at the right time. Everything she's doing is very normal.
What have you
Very
got stuck
baby.
in your throat?
Whoa!
Someone
Bit of
had some
dust.
Good, hey? Someone's been stealing some of Banksy's. Good. What I'm going to add on to what you're doing, when you are bringing her back to the walk to correct her,
Yeah.
I would rather you brought her back to a tiny jog
Okay.
and then allowed on again. Yeah, so you're doing the right thing to correct the rhythm, but then allow on again because you're almost then going to have the same issue again when you go back up into the trot.
Yeah.
Yeah? Good, so do what you would normally do to the walk, but don't walk, and then ride on again. Yeah, well done. Do you see my point?
Yeah.
Good, and you might have to do 500 of them, but don't come back to the walk. Correct it within the gate. Good, and then right, yeah, but that was lovely, but I don't think you needed such an exciting move off.
Okay.
Make that more gradual, okay? Because you're saying I've slowed you, now hurry. Yeah, just allow it on again rather than chase it on again. Does that make sense? Like that. Yeah, exactly. You don't need any more than that to move her on again, yeah? She naturally wants to go forward, so all you've got to do is allow her to go forward, not chase her to go forward.
Yeah, that makes
Then
sense.
you're saying, come back to me, now
Bit of a-
hurry, now back to me, now hurry.
It was quite a big nudge, wasn't it, to go into the trot?
And you tuck the kitchen sink at her.
Yeah.
Good.
I feel she's settled quite nicely, actually, considering there's so much going on in this arena.
Yeah. Really liking what I'm seeing. Good. Bottom, and then just allow. Well done. Don't get flustered. Trust your instinct.
Yeah.
Hello, Beauty.
You're good girl, well done. I much prefer it without that flash mark.
Yeah, she was a bit like, what is this around my snozzle?
So you're on 19. Let's go to hole. They're tiny little holes, aren't they? How big is that? Oh, they're big. Yeah. Also looks like there's some sassiness in there.
We've got to have a little bit of spark.
Of course. And I would give her a treat and say thank you. Good girl. That was very good.
Very good.
Could come again just for that.
Does that make sense?
She's not going anywhere, look.
Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
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 I need
Because
to-
otherwise you need to get out of the habit of either walking up beside her,
Yeah.
then them swinging out,
Yeah.
or standing there and then going that side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good girl.
Mm.
Good girl. That's good.
Dad, you need to build me a mountain block at home now, please.
Or I would do that against a fence.
Yeah, I haven't even got that. I've
Yeah.
only got a hedge.
Is that so? What do you get on at?
I used to get on a water tank,
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But I don't ever get on her down from.
You get a leg up, don't you?
I
before
get a
hacking?
leg up from my dad usually, but
See, the reason mine have to be good at it is I'm often at home by myself.
self, yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
And so are you, really.
And
It's
I,
only because your dad's
yeah.
retired now. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited to see that.
Well, she's only ever had you and Fred ride her, hasn't she?
And you took her for a hack.
I, 10 minutes on a hack. Oh no, did I ride a whole hack? I can't remember.
Yeah, you rode a whole hack.
Oh yeah.
You rode her well. She actually settled in it really quick.
Yeah.
So she's heavier in my right hand than my left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always want to just keep getting her off my right leg into my
Okay.
left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when she goes to yaw at the bit, it's always on my right hand she yaws, not my left hand. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah, would that be why I struggle with right hand to lead them?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not from right leg to left hand yet.
Do you want me to draw a L and R on your hands?
I need to do that.
Yeah, he's started on a worse rain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. But it's not just you that she sticks her head up like a giraffe, or is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's her balance, isn't it?
I don't know,
So
muscle.
actually, I don't want her to slow her
Okay.
like you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually I need to ride her forward and through it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm actually putting more leg on. A lot more leg on.
Right.
I'm lifting my right hand. Because she doesn't want to flex right.
No.
Left hand lower wide.
Push her through it, interesting.
Could she put, is that because she hasn't got the muscle, I suppose, to hold herself to go slower?
So
Or not?
no.
No.
So the reason she's doing that is because she wants to pull herself along, not push herself along.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
So if I take my leg off and slow her down, I'm then not telling her to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you need
So
to
I've
use
got
that bomb.
to say to her, no, whatever you do, I'm really going to make you push. So
Okay.
I'm working the hind leg,
Yeah.
blocking, but working the hind leg and saying, no, you've got to keep pushing. So there, more leg, more leg, more leg, more leg, more leg, more leg, and holding and blocking, more leg, more leg, more leg,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
So then she's pushing through it, not just, I think by slowing her, like you have been, you're just temporarily stopping the problem
Okay.
rather than actually working on the problem. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Ride her through, ride her through.
Yeah.
Good. And then...
Like you say, you've almost been a bit too
having the
soft
issues,
in that
but-
she has actually got to work, hasn't she?
Yeah.
You've been getting, oh, she's a
coming through
baby.
them all much quicker each time. Good girl.
That's the same in the canter as well. Why my arm
And I
sometimes.
always, on this rein, lift my right hand. Because actually...
Did you say your left hand?
No.
Right
Lift
hand.
your
Right hand. Lift
Good.
it.
Because actually, she's not a forward-going horse, she's a lazy horse.
She's so much like Banksy.
She's like Banksy.
And, yeah, exactly. Exactly, because she does that thing because she doesn't want to push, she wants to pull.
Yeah.
Yeah? So then, I've got to maintain the push. Yeah?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm
No.
blocking her from running.
Oh, this is hard
More
work.
leg, more leg, more leg, more leg. Because if I take my leg off, that's a reward. Good girl.
Ah, so
Same logic
interesting.
as Banksy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good girl. That's starting to feel nice now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I haven't avoided it by slowing her.
No.
Yeah, I kept her pushing the whole time. Good girl. Lift the right leg on. And when I say leg on, I mean this way really. It's mainly my right leg the whole time.
Okay, yeah.
Keep it there. Good.
Sounds like hard work.
Good girl.
Yeah. But not work, I'm afraid of. So
Leg on, leg on, leg on, leg on.
This horse is hard. Ah, good girl.
Good. A canter.
Hey.
Really like her canter. And I think where you can move on from her being a baby, from seeing you on her to now riding her, is she can accept the seat.
Okay.
I see you were very light.
Yeah, I always find my first one to be light, and then I
That's the
go.
thing when you've had a baby, and then actually they're stronger.
Yeah.
The problem is she's going quite round with you in the canter,
Okay.
and I think, do you know what I mean? She's going a bit too round.
Yeah.
And I think you being so light on her isn't helping that situation,
Okie doke.
because I can then use my seat to sit on her and bring her up a little bit more.
Yeah. Drive her forward. Yeah. You know,
Those are all things you want
I know.
already.
Yeah, exactly.
She felt better off my right leg, and that right knee came easy.
Ah, good.
Thank you. Good girl.
That's good.
Because she's
Well,
not.
she struggles with.
Yeah, but because of the correction that Cameron's done on that right rein.
Good. Good. Lovely.
Very
Really
nice.
nice.
That was nice.
Good. Good. You don't need to pick up the rein if she's standing. You can just get on. Very good. See my point? Yeah.
Look at that little grin.
We've done that in one session. If I do that every day at home now, it's.
But I would then just have some treats.
Yeah.
So that when I would give them is I come here, she's still standing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's rewarding her for standing.
Yes.
Yeah. So that you're being very clear with her what you want.
Yeah.
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 Good. Right, walk on. I don't think you need this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking it away. That's the problem in everything. That's why you're getting this yawing. It's because of an unevenness. So, no, don't jiggle the right hand. Just stop a sec.
I'm not going to fight her.
So, calm down because you're firm but calm.
Yeah.
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 So when she goes to be rude, this lifts and holds.
Okay.
It doesn't jiggle.
Okay.
So if you're the bit right now,
Yeah.
the contact I had is this,
Right.
and then the right rein, I'd go, and then when she went horrid, I was like, you're going to bend, whilst booting her with my right leg.
Okay.
And my left hand, so your left hand is there.
Okay.
But that one's not too horrid, it's just there.
Yeah.
That right hand is the one, so I'm a bit comfortable with her, don't worry. Follow me. Yeah. And then I soften.
Use those muscles then.
Yeah. Do you see my point?
Yes.
Yeah. But she's got to yield to it,
Yeah.
not jiggle with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's literally up and into the wither to block the shoulder as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So you've got to always be pushing her into the left rein. So the right hand is backing up the right leg, not the other way around.
Em's like,
Does that make sense? So
Tina, can you and Banksy just come for the joyride and me have a double lesson? I think she's going to be saying in a minute. She'll want to carry on. We don't mind only having half an hour.
Yeah. You're almost thinking leg yield the whole time to correct the unevenness.
So when she's like that, I'm really soft, aren't I?
If you feel that she's pushing from right leg into left hand, if you feel that she's looking to the left and falling in on the right shoulder, then no. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is. I feel she's respecting that right leg.
Yeah, I want you to think you should, on this rein, you should always be able to see her inside eyelash. Okay? If you can't see her inside eyelash, then she's not bending around the inside leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see.
Good.
You're going to tell me off with her eyes.
Nah.
Yeah. We didn't look at her neck.
That was nice. How through did that feel?
Good.
Good. Push her with the right leg. Hold on with the right hand. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Really up with it. Well done. And then good. And then soften it.
Yeah.
So that you kept her pushing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How does that feel?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Really good. Good. So that ultimately, in the end, good. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. Let go. Good. Exactly. You're not wrong, Emily. You're not wrong. Good. Let go. Good. When I really felt like shit, she's not yielding. Excuse my French. I would turn her, but don't stop kicking. Don't stop kicking, and then let go. Let go. Let go. She bends. Let go. Okay. That's the yielding moment when she bends, Emily.
Yeah.
Good, right leg, left hand low and wide, you've got to give her something to go into. Good, let go. Just at the right, never let go of the left. Good. Good, let go. You've got to be just as quick to let go of that right leg.
Yeah, I need to be quicker.
As you are to take it. This left rein felt relatively easy. So it's different on this rein because you've got to correct.
I feel she's not in my rhythm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you've now got to correct the contact, but keeping her this through. You've underpowered her.
Like.
So with a baby, you can never deny them of a hind leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You've got to keep her pushing. But correct the fact she's pulling by making her push. Good.
That's nice.
Good. How does that feel?
Yeah, better.
Yeah. To be. Okay. She can't be any smaller than this yet. This is the size of her canter as a baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Because now the hind leg is under her.
Yeah.
And you're not denying her of that power. With the babies, you've got to ride them forward and through until you can collect them one day. Yes. Good girl. Now can you really ride with the leg to trot? Make the hind leg the last thing. Did you like it? No. No, do it again. You've got to, so I'll explain it when you're in the canter. Get her up. Yeah, don't ask unless she's off the right leg. Because then you're setting yourself up for failure. Well done.
Took a moment, but I did feel she was there.
Yes, she was. So what you've got to try and do is bounce her up a little bit in the canter with the legs really working. So you're getting her a little bit smaller before the trot. Work with the legs. Well done, it was better. It didn't help that she wanted to go to the toilet. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So again, you're going to think, can I bounce her up in the canter and keep working and tickling the hind leg? Every transition's got to count, Emily. If you think she's going to fall into it, you carry on in the canter. Good. Yes!
That was nice.
Beautifully ridden, Emily.
What about
And now do the same. So now go into sitting trot for the jog before you get the walk. So you're just going to jog, but keep working. Keep working. Good. So you're going to keep jogging. You know, even at this age, they can jog. They do it out on the roads when we don't want them to. Good. You're going to keep until you think, yeah, it's going to be lovely. If you don't like it, you ride on in the truck again. Keep going until you get the walk.
It's a bit unfair, Addie, isn't it?
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I knew on that turn, then I knew it was the time, but I was like, the pole's coming, but oh well,
But it's fine. You can let her stretch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 So what are the main things now when you go home and practice you're going to be thinking about?
That I haven't got enough trot or canter, whatever I think it is. It's going to be. It needs to be more. Needs to be more forward. I'm like
Yeah.
cutting off her. Like.
Yeah.
I think I'm surprised with how quick, like I felt like I was rising, and like how
Yeah.
fast the canter felt.
Yeah. Did she ever feel like she was going to trip?
No.
No.
Because she's actually working from behind better and proper.
Exactly. Whereas if she was out of rhythm,
Yeah.
you would have felt that.
Yes.
Because then it would have felt heavy.
Yeah.
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 Because if she was out of rhythm and it felt heavy, what would she have been doing?
Tripping in front.
Well, also, would she have been pulling or pushing?
Pulling.
Pulling, exactly. So if she still feels light in that bigger pace,
Yes.
then that means she's pushing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
And
you've
just
got
be a bit more black and white fair.
Yeah, totally. Because where you're being, I know I might sound a bit rude here, but a little bit unfair on her, is she goes to pull, so you correct that by slowing her, rather than giving her something else to push with. Does that make sense? So you've got to, when she pulls, say, no, I want you to push,
Yes.
rather than just slowing her.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because by slowing her, that's not telling her to push either.
No.
Yeah? It's just almost avoiding.
Yeah, letting her think, oh, well, I get to stop if I pull.
Exactly. Exactly. Rather than saying, no, I want you to push instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a hind leg.
Yeah.
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 Good. And I can guarantee if you did this regularly, it wouldn't take long.
No.
Yeah.
I can guarantee she's going to be doing it regularly. Regularly.
Which is brilliant, Emily.
But just
Brilliant.
making sure I'm doing it the right way.
It's just knowing what you want from her. And as I said to you earlier on, one of the best things that was ever taught to me by this lovely dressage person I had as a kid, who used to work for Laura Bechtesteiner, now Laura Tomlinson.
Yeah.
That you can always teach a horse to go round her at a later date, but once the hind leg has learnt to be slow and not under, it's hard to quicken it up. So they'll always ride the babies quite forward and powerful.
Yeah.
So the hind leg is there, and then one day they can slow that, but if they allow the hind leg to be out there, and then one day they want it under,
They don't know what you mean.
that's really hard for the horse. So you have to start off, you know, when you
You're
put
not
your
building the muscles up in the right place, are you?
Exactly. And a baby can't be hind leg under and slow. So they've got to be allowed to be big. Yeah. So the baby's nest not running and not being heavy, but they've got to be allowed to be through and big and powerful. And then we gradually slow it up. Yeah. A little bit like if you looked back at when I just got my new 5-year-old, same age as yours, and I was working on him, I almost was running him quite quick to start with. Yeah, because I needed him to push. He was so light. He was a little bit different to yours in that sense, but again was behind the leg.
Yeah.
You know, I put the leg on in the trot and he wanted to canter. Yeah. So I then had to ride him through and through and through till eventually then a month later I could slow it down a bit and then take him to a dressage test. Because I'm not saying that necessarily we want them that big in a 20 by 40. On grass, exactly. But
See ya.
we have to do that and then say, can we keep the hind leg there, but take the pace down a little bit from our body? Does that make sense? Pleasure to work with because you really want to take everything and work on it all the time. So you're
Addie says, not every day, please.
I think at her age, you can do this 3 days a week. Yeah,
Game for that.
at the moment, and then if
How
she's
many times a week would you ride her?
probably about, so what I do with my youngsters I'd ride them 5 days a week or 6 days a week, but then they might be ridden like that for a month and then have a month of off, or not a month, a few weeks off.
Yeah, I've been doing
And-
it like
yeah.
6 weeks, then she has 2 weeks off, and then
That's so then, but in that work, I do ride them. You know, they get regular work to really cement what I want, because
that's something I always get worried, especially social media.
Yeah.
Is that if I'm going to be overworking her or
no,
yeah,
because actually you're asking her to be forward.
Yeah.
And that's a very natural thing for
Yeah.
a horse. Yeah. If you were bringing her out and asking her to collect,
yeah,
then that would be too much for a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But if every time you're on her hacking, schooling, whatever you're doing, she has to be forward and through,
yeah.
then that's just building her up and allowing her to be forward. So that's very natural for them. Yeah.
You're tired, Daddy.
But if you're, and also then it's far fairer on them. Okay, it's like a kid that goes to school. They don't go to school twice a week, and
Oh no, that's a very good way.
yeah,
of
they don't
looking
go
at
to
it.
school twice a week, but they do have holidays. Yeah, so it's the same as a kid.
Half
They-
term.
Yeah, they need that 5 days a week to really hammer it home. Because if they only had 2 days a week, they wouldn't be doing their GCSEs until they're 27. Yeah. They need the 5 days a week
Aw,
to really
look
hammer it
at her.
home. But then they get the holidays and half
Good
term
pony.
to stress.
Yeah.
So think of it like that. She's
That
at school.
is such a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah.
You know what Emily's Instagram caption's going to be tonight, don't you?
Back to school. It's not back to basics, we're back to school now.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Amazing.
good.
Thank you so much.
Oh my pleasure.
It's mad how quickly it goes, isn't it?
Because I love listening back to it all again.
Yeah.
Cementing it in.
Yeah, no, really good. I'm really excited. And I'm
Oh,
yes, I know. It's now been announced to everyone.
I know. It's not a top secret anymore.
No,
we don't have to
no.
be hush
And
hush.
who will I be seeing?
What? Horse pony.
Yeah. It's going to be her.
It's gonna be her.
That's so cool. I don't know if
Definitely.
you'll bring your lovely chestnut.
No, she's
No.
a bit too. Yeah. Not that she's too old, but I
Yeah,
think it would be so
yeah.
much more beneficial.
Oh, well,
for
that's so
her.
exciting. I've already met her now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you'll meet her again beforehand as well. Although people keep asking when we're filming, I'm like, I don't know if we're allowed to say that yet.
No,
I don't know.
I didn't even
Top
know if I
secret
know.
still.
Or have we already
I hope you
filmed
do,
it?
Cameron, for how
Same group. as
how far in advance he's normally booked up. I hope he does know when we're going to be there.
Well, Jenny Riddle's keeping it all very secretive. So.
Yeah, she
We
is.
don't even know where it is.
And all you girls are all asking me, and I'm like, I don't even know where we're going.
you
No,
Oh.
no idea.
Oh, well,
I
we'll
know.
pick you up en route, Cameron.
No, Jenny's keeping me secretive as well.
Ah.
So yeah, no, I'm just as excited to find out as you guys are.
Oh. Yeah. All top secret and not shared until the
Oh,
day.
look, Addie, your eyes closing. You're tired. Is that hard work? Bless her. Right, I
Tina, are
better
you
get
running
my.
late?
Well, apparently so, but I'm being film crew, Cameron. So I better run and get ready.
Yeah,
Have you
perfect.
got a phone?
A photo.
Take a photo.
Of course.
Oh my goodness. You were such a sweetheart. Just being a little bit rude basically, but it's exactly what I needed. Cameron, fresh eyes, knows me and knows my work ethic, how I ride and what I like from horses, and yeah, not afraid to tell me, so it was awesome. Taken so much away. I feel like I need to go rewatch all the footage, let it all sink in. But it's now time. Tina's camera's set up. She's now in the arena warming up, ready for her lesson. So very quick wash off for you. Then afterwards we'll come back and we'll measure her and see what she is. Sorry, I've left you with loads of that so we get a scraper. But yeah, very quick wash off. And actually something else that I'm really proud about is that I've just tied her up with a hay net and you are not bothered in the status how you look at your little face. That Banksy's not here, not anywhere near you. Well, I suppose he is in the arena. You've got a good viewing spot, haven't you, Addie Waddy? God, stop calling her Addie Waddy. Call her baby pony. But yeah, you clever pony. I'm so proud of you. And we got the green light. Hard work starts now. Okay, so we've just measured Banksy, and he's 15.3 and a half. I can't even see myself.
Yeah, well,
in
that half of inch is his shoes.
Oh, is it? Is that what you're going to think? Anyway, we know Addie's with her. I don't know, now they're stood
I
like
don't know,
that.
I know.
Banksy doesn't look as, Banksy looks bigger. Anyway.
Anyway, you can try and put it by your pony.
Oh yeah, Banksy didn't like it next.
Banksy's like, I've never been measured before.
Anyway. Oh yeah.
You don't know. I'm not standing behind her.
Daisy? What's that? You're a clever pony. You'll probably try eating it.
That's what you're like, isn't it? Good girl. Hey? Okay. Oh, now Banksy's sniffing it. Right, this is going on. You alright? Good girl. Alright. Hey. Stand. Good girl. What do you do? Then it's got to be level. Alright, not one. That, you're standing square. I've seen you have this on you before, so let's not be silly about this. Stand up. Good girl. Right. How do I make it?
The bubble.
Yeah.
So put the bottom bit closer to her leg and then the bubble will go. Don't go back too far, sweetheart. No. Just needs to be straight. How useless do we look?
I know. How to not measure your horse. What do I do? How do I... I say it, sorry.
15, 2.5? Would that be?
Oh yeah, there's her. 1, 2.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh. But a bum 16 2.
I don't think it is. It's not quite standing straight, are you? Love you don't care about it when you're good girl. That's better. That's better. That'll do.
Bum's 15 3.5.
Is it?
You need to tip it. It's not straight, so tip the top of it towards her bum a bit more. Or the bottom bit out, one or the other. Bent, yeah, that's better.
Like that?
15 3.
Is it?
Bang on her bum.
Yeah.
And then put it here again. Now she's dead squat. Well, almost dead squat.
I can't. You know when you like cap-handed, you can't think which. Like that. Yeah, but it doesn't. It goes the other way. So then pull it out that way. Is that what you do?
Oh, to get the bubble.
Yeah, it's like a spirit level.
Yeah. To bring it out a bit. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah, bang on. That's 15.5 now. But that didn't look straight then.
No, it doesn't. But I don't...
Yeah, that was it.
15 2.
Yeah.
15 2 and a bum 15 3.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey! I'm going to let you put that away.
She's definitely big enough for you.
Yeah, she is plenty big enough. Thank you.
When you're at the veterinary.
We're back. Are we? She's like, I don't want to go down there. Come on. Silly. Oh my goodness, what an epic afternoon. Epic afternoon. Both ponies were awesome in their lessons. I realised that I didn't really debrief because obviously went very quickly off for Tina's lesson and filmed for her, so make sure that you check out her blog of her. Banksy was jumping like a dude. Tina was jumping like a dude. Do it like a dude. Yeah. Oh, she needs to make a reel of that because he was awesome. Excuse me, back please. Good girl. Yeah, let's get you guys sorted, get you in. You were so good, and I just feel... Spritey! Shall I get you fed and then I'll debrief? Let's do that, shall we? You're a good girl. Pony's fed. I thought I'll quickly go and unhitch and then I'll still have time. But you've both gobbled down your dinner far too quickly. Let's end the vlog how it started. And hopefully the ponies are going to walk down nicely. Don't really bother me if they don't because I can come down and shut the gate between them in a minute. But I'm beaming. She was so good with everything, not just in the lesson. Stood outside the trailer whilst Banksy had a lesson. You took it, oh, I know you want to get out, don't you? I know. Nala, move. Out. Out. There you go, nice and steady though. Steady. Steady. Good girl. You know not to walk into me, don't you? Clever. One more. One more. Whoa. Oh, and then this one's legs going. Addie just wants to get out in the field, bless her. It has been a long day for her. It has been a long day. You okay, Spritey? We'll go for a nice ride tomorrow, won't we? Yeah. Right, let's shut this gate. And hopefully, I think they will go down through. She was just super. She really...
I just need to be a little bit black and white, a little bit firmer. Oh my goodness, I could hear a horse, but I didn't know where it was coming from. There we go. I knew she'd go. And Spritey goes too. Nice and easy to put them out. Sorted. Addie's like, grass. You're a good girlie. Did you like a lesson with Uncle Cameron? Hey? And I'm really determined now to get out schooling, get on with our homework, everything. I can't wait to actually get home and edit this vlog and watch all back the footage again, because I think sometimes you take it in, it just sort of concretes, solidifies, if you're here for that vlog, solidifies it in my head, and then I can get schooling again, put it all into practice, be a little bit more black and white. I don't think I need, like Cameron said, don't overthink it with the bit or with the flash. She's fine in what she's in. She just needs to not be rude, basically. So that's fine. It's been a nice, no, it's going to be a nice next 6 months. I was going to say it's been a nice just getting to know each other for the past 6 months. Now I feel like we can up the ante a little bit and make her work just a little bit harder. Of course, whilst keeping it all fun and still obviously positive and educational, and that she is enjoying her job. Beaming, absolutely beaming. Hello, Nala. You're gonna do what you did last night. Ready? You crazy Spaniel. She's very good. She waits outside before I tell her that she's allowed to come down. She's a good girl. Yeah, no, I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. I know that you find lessons beneficial to you guys as well. As I said at the very beginning, being that person on foot, actually you take in so much from watching a lesson as well as even being the rider. But I hope that you have enjoyed this one. Can't wait to get back up there and have another lesson with Cameron after I've put a bit of work in, put my homework to I can't speak, if I'm honest. I'm like gone tired now. Yeah, put my homework to practice and then get up there, and hopefully, like Cameron said, the trot that I had there at the end, that's what I want to be coming in and starting with. So that is going to be my aim for the next lesson, and I'm going to be like, look Cameron, I've got the trot. So I am determined to do that. But if you have enjoyed it, please do like, comment and subscribe. Make sure that you check out Tina's vlog of her lesson today, because as I said, they absolutely aced it in preparation for their second BE eventing. I can't do this one-handed. Ahead of their second BE this weekend at Port Elliot. Looking forward to going up and playing groom. My sister-in-law is also riding, so I think I'm going to be up there pretty much all day supporting both of them. Thankfully, like, Tina's all in the morning, and then Kerry-Ann is like mid-afternoon sort of thing. So yeah, there's going to be a nice full-on day up there, and I'm looking forward to that and supporting them, as well as seeing many more Cornish friendly faces, which I really enjoyed about Bicton. It's all like winter's over now, and now we're all out and we're seeing each other again. So yeah, looking forward to that at the weekend. More pony fun-filled days ahead. And then it's the big B next week, Badminton! I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I'm on a proper little high this evening. And I'm gonna go home and watch through all the footage. Thank you again to Cameron, to Tina for filming and being good company as always. And thank you to you guys for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!